Hey everybody, John here with Adventures in Wrenching, and in today's adventure we are going to continue work on the 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo that we picked up at auction, police auction in Yuma. And what we're working on is this ignition switch. I did get the new one in. Now this one actually had security bolts in it, so I had to get a special set of Allen wrenches for this, but it is working. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out and put the new one in, and then see if it will actually turn over. Now Miss Terri and I did actually play around with this a little bit on the first day. It does turn over, at least when you use the starter remotely out there, and we managed to catch it on fire again because I had put some gas on it, and it did fire for a second. So I'm in full disclosure, yes, I have played with this a little bit already, rather than for video purposes say, oh look, it ran. So no. So that's where we are, and I'll show the important stuff, and hopefully we'll have some fun and make a little progress today. So see you in a bit.
That sounded bad.
That is something I did not expect to find out here on this, or anywhere else for that matter. Where's my dog? Look at the dog. Okay, so these things are in really tight. This is not as easy as it looks. They do make it difficult, which is why they call these tamper-proof, or, you know, security style, or whatever you want to say, because they have the little peg in the middle of them, which I think is annoying, but I think they actually have this design kind of interesting, and I'll get with you all in a bit. If I thought this would actually turn, it's still too tight to use it the short way. What I might have to do at some point is actually cut one of these off and turn these into some drill bits, because that would make life so much simpler. But in the meantime, since I just picked these up today, I don't want to ruin a perfectly new set. And I don't even know if you guys can hear me that well, but I'm assuming you can, because there's no wind out there. And I have not hooked up my microphones yet on my other camera, because it needed a jack. Oh man, I am sweating more than Niagara Falls right now. Why did they have to make these so long? I don't know. Are you even turning? Well, that's two. Look at how long that is. Is that really necessary? Oh, and there's another one. All right. You don't need to watch more of that.
All right.
We're good.
You're good.
So, here's the old one. Now, this is the interesting part that I see. And here's the new one right here. Is key will be right there. I do have a new lock cylinder for it, which turns here, but it also looks like it turns here, which means that you can't directly, even if you break into this, use a screwdriver to go in here and turn things, because you can't turn it far enough to get this one to turn. So it's really kind of ingenious so far, which also prevented us from starting this like we were going to. Yeah, there's a flat blade. And I always worry on this older stuff that we're going to snap these off. That always seems to happen to me.
Go slower. Not so much force.
Beat it into submission.
No comment.
Come on now.
Do you want a smaller screwdriver?
I can't get much smaller than that.
Do you want me to do it?
No, I'm okay. I just need it to... And there's more than one. Great. Now this one looks like it'll pull up. And that's... But
And that's,
this is
and that's why you don't
but
go
this
that
is,
fast.
you know what? I don't even know why I'm worried about that. Well, I do on this part because I want to save the harness. There we go.
Okay, there's
Always,
that side.
and it locked on this side again. Darn it. How's Wonder Dog doing?
He's fine. He's in the pool. Playing with his ball. Yeah, I was gonna say I wanna...
Yay! Okay, that's the old piece of...
No, this one has the same idea, hun.
No, I know.
So show me how it's different.
No, they're the same. It's just
Yeah.
different than most other vehicles.
No, okay, so you're saying, so for those that don't understand like myself, are you saying, no, seriously,
Yeah.
this is a teachable moment. Are you saying that even the older ignition,
Usually it's
you
just...
could not
Usually just one
fully
post.
turn all the way?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So,
the one that was at this style is designed to where this turns and this...
okay, so
turns.
it's not specific to the newest one that you bought.
No,
it's
it's
specific
the
to
design.
that style and the design regardless.
Right. And...
So for those that don't know, because I did not know that,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I was thinking it was just the new one that he bought and not that particular style.
Well... Okay. Yeah. Doomed.
Yeah, do we need that piece?
Well, that
Yeah.
lights this up. Huh. It should not be this difficult.
No, I
Let me
don't
see
disagree.
if the old one goes back in. Not really. Was this thing flush? All right.
I don't know that it necessarily was.
Whoops.
Not important.
That's the old one.
Yeah.
That has a slot in it. That also has a slot in it, but I don't see a... Hold on. Does this go down? It does. Okay. How do I...
So what are you trying to get to push down?
Well, there's a little springy thing.
Almost like half moon guy down there?
Yeah.
So what if you take one of the really small screwdrivers?
I was thinking about it, but unfortunately I don't think that I'm going to be able to hold it while that's...
Are you able to tilt it up and then push it down to slide it in?
Well, I pulled the multifunction switch off here, and now I can actually get to the back side. So I should be able to, with a small screwdriver, push that down while I push in from the other side. Yeah, not a better idea, but we'll get it.
What you doing, Groot? So what did you end up figuring out? And did we capture it on camera?
Kind of did.
Kind of, sort of, so that means not really.
No, I kind of did.
So I assume you had to take off the other side.
I did.
And for us stupid people, what did that do?
Well, it got me access to that spring-loaded thing, but it doesn't seem to be helping a whole lot.
It looks like it's lining up from this side when I look at it.
Yeah, but is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be tighter than that. I thought.
Well, it might be once you put the screws back in it. It might not be initially just to get it in place.
Hold on. Okay, that scares me.
Why?
What's that? Okay. Okay, so that is what locks the
gear shift?
gear shift in place.
Okay. So since it's in park, don't you want that lever down?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Why?
Well-
Because it should have if it's in park, it should be locked so it doesn't slide down.
Right.
It should move once you actually engage the ignition, correct?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if I was actually supposed to. Okay, so I know that this has to line up with that. Well, this is when Google would come in handy because I'm certain I am missing a step here.
Well, have you tried pushing that slot down?
Well,
Since it's in park,
I did, but this one has to line up in that hole. Because to not do that,
yeah, but what if, let's say, you push the lever down, you line the top part up, slowly slide it forward, and then slip the rest of it in. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Because as I turn, this is supposed to turn it in and... Okay, so once the holes are... Hold on, which holes are which? There's a top one to line it up with too.
Yeah,
So I got that one.
yeah, just like
Kind of
that.
have that one.
There you go.
Well, kind of, sort of. It's not lining up on...
Well, it was lining up on the top two.
All right, flashlight again.
I do not know what you did with that. I put
Down
it... I was going to say,
Okay, I see it. Well, that's interesting. So that... Actually... All right, you got that still?
Yes, I do.
Down in here... Screwdriver, mini screwdriver. Somewhere down there. No. What do I do with that?
Yeah, it was over there. Because you were using it.
Oh, did it?
Is it underneath the new one?
Did I leave them outside?
No, it's right in front of you in the dash.
Oh, okay. That's one of them anyway. Right there is a small hole.
Okay, hold
And
on.
it is a
There you go.
Okay, and it is a slotted hole from the looks of it. Well, no, not so slotted. Hopefully that's not all screwed up. But pretty sure that that is where this hole right here, that one right there goes to. So that has to go in there. in order for this to
slide into place.
Yep.
Do you need me to hold the flashlight, hun?
Yep.
Where do you want the flashlight? Well, it was the top two were lined.
Aha. I'm in.
Hold it there. Where are the screws? I will get the screws before you lose the position. Don't take your hand off of it. Don't you know how that works?
I know, but we're good.
No,
It's
don't say that, because the minute you say that,
we're staying.
yeah, until you accidentally hit something and it comes loose.
Okay, and then I'm paying for it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, was this the right size? It was.
It should be.
All right. So, let me have the flashlight real quick.
Yes, dear.
Thank you.
So how difficult was it to slide it into the position with that pin?
It kind of sucked because you can't see it, and it's not really lined up very well. But
Was there anything in particular with the way of the feel that you could tell it was in?
oh yeah, once I found it, it dropped right up against the center console or
Okay.
the steering console place. So
The steering column?
yep.
Because sometimes, you know, if you explain how or express how it feels when it slides in, because you can't see it, without catching on fire?
No, I mean with the key. Catching on fire is optional.
No, it's not.
Well,
I think it will. Yeah, that would be. Groot-y-ton! Come say hello to everybody. Groot-y-ton! Come say hello.
hello.
Come say hello, Groot-y-ton. Where'd you go? Say hello. Groot.
He's not into it.
Yeah, he is. He's down there.
Oh, lost it.
Yeah. What do you have in your mouth now?
Well, this is definitely the
It's like having another 2-year-old permanently. Love him.
What I'm going through right now is the downside to buying something that has no key. Because then you have to break into it, figure it out on the fly. Because these are meant to be replaced when you
Yeah.
actually have a key. So there's a little button, you push it, it all comes apart, blah, 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 all nice and good. None of that applies here.
But it's a good teaching experience.
Yeah, okay.
Especially for some of us that don't, you know, break into cars regularly, so we don't know how to do that.
What are you saying, dear?
I'm saying nothing, honey. I'm
You
saying
sound
if
like I'm a car thief or something.
well,
What the? That's rude.
me, rude, never.
Okay. How come that's not going in?
Too bad those aren't magnetic. That'd be even better.
Yeah.
Somehow you think I'm joking. I'm not. I
No.
really do.
All right.
No, I know.
Come around the other way.
I don't want to come around the other way. So demanding. He's lucky. He's allowed. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay, so we have a baggie.
And you said you weren't a car thief.
No, that would make me a drug user.
No. Never make assumptions.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Honey, this is a kid-friendly channel. We don't condone drugs.
Okay, now I am.
Confused? Why do you have glue?
I'm hoping that it's lube and not glue.
That's probably lube. Did you turn it around the other way?
Whoa,
Oh, yeah.
hello.
Yeah, it's lube. There, put it flat, so that way.
Of course, the baggie came with no instructions.
It's because you're a mechanic. You should know what you're doing.
I was going to say, and now, nothing is... Now, if I was a good mechanic, I would have already known how to do this, but no. All right. Keys in.
Keys in where? The ignition?
Yep, go there. I shouldn't have to pull this off. I might, though. Okay, so that's in the off position, that's in the accessory position, that's the start position. So we'll go to accessory. Have we got internet out here?
I can check with my phone. There we go.
Okay, so the dinging you hear is the door. I took this back off because we couldn't get the key out of it, and one of the things that's common with these Jeeps is the shift interlock has a tendency to lock it out to where you cannot disengage the key, and that may be the case, but we're going to at least try it right now to see if the engine will turn over.
Oh,
So we did have gas in it and it just started.
oh,
So that tells me that I've got spark, and with a little bit of gas that it had,
yeah.
that we had fuel. Okay, so that's good.
Whew.
Now I have
Stinks to high
to be
heaven,
able
though.
to figure out how to get the key to where it'll go back
Into its proper
into
slot.
the off position and get it back in and out of gear. Because it has to do with this right here, but there's also a spring-loaded mechanism that allows it to go back, and it's not doing that right now. So, all right, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Okay, so while I'm under here, I was listening to the gas tank, which is plastic in this, go figure, made in Canada, and I don't hear a thing as far as buzzing. And I did check the fuel pump relay. I swapped it out with the starter relay, and it still tried to start, so that tells me the fuel pump relay is good. But Miss Terri and I have been having this discussion about it, whether it's lifted or not lifted. Well, it's lifted, but it's not lifted in a good way. Because there you have your coil spring spacers right here, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in there. So rather than actually put higher coil springs like they should have, all they did was put those little spacer things in there. So first major drop, like off-road or whatever, those would fall out, it would collapse, and probably scrape your tires. And it's that way on both sides.
So it's not a true lift.
No,
Yeah.
but we can do for a short time that way
Yeah.
on the street. We can swap out the other tires. I just wonder if they did it in the front. Anyway, I've got the bolts soaking here. We're going to have to pull the tank out, and looks like we're going to need a fuel pump for this. Or at least pull it out, try to clean it up enough to get it working. But either way, oh, let's look under the front at those coil springs and see if they did the same thing in the front. So at least I know what I'm looking at here.
Probably did.
Nope, they did not.
So what did they do up front then?
Nothing. It's only lifted in the back. But that doesn't look... Man, I'm going to need to look at a diagram. That just does not look right. It looks like they flipped them. Because this...
What, took the back and put it in the front? Or flipped the right and left?
No, upside down. Because that doesn't look like it's sitting right. I could be wrong. Man, I definitely smell old gas up here.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright, well, we're definitely going to have our share of...
Fun.
Yeah. Now the good news is I don't really see any oil leaks. That's pretty amazing in its own self. Good old 318s. I love them. Alright. So we're going to make a decision here. We're actually going to go find food.
Come on, hurry up! Hurry up!
Groot!
Hurry up!
Hey Groot! You want a chili dog? You want a coney dog? Is that what you're telling us?
Yes, Dad. I tore up the whole box.
That's the love of a dog, right there. Yep. Groot's telling us that he wants a chili dog. He wants a pony dog. Oh,
Yeah.
ugh. Man,
Hey, kiss
I don't
it.
know which is worse. I don't know which is worse, the dog or stale gas.
The stale gas.
Nothing like French Casino dog.
Hey,
All right.
kisses, Dad. Kisses. Mwah.